Well, welcome back to Camber Energy's a channel, a growth-oriented, diversified energy company. Joining us to give us a high-level overview of the investor deck today, we have James, the CEO, joining us. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
It was a pleasure to get you on. So I'm going to hand it over to you to just kind of walk us through this.
Yeah, sounds great. No, thanks very much. Yeah, pleased to provide an overview of Camber. And as mentioned in our last discussion, the recent merger that Camber closed with Viking Energy has really transformed the organization. Camber has been a listed entity for several years, but it was looking for a catalyst to assist with its growth strategy. So the merger with Viking was that catalyst. So right now, Camber, post-closing of the merger, we've got a stronger platform. You can see from the slide here that the merger really dramatically improved the company's revenue position, improved the stockholders' equity position, from an ongoing deficit for years to a positive stockholders' equity as at the end of 2023. So now, and that was just the beginning. It was nice to close the merger, but that's just the starting point, the stepping stone for where we're headed. But this is providing one stronger foundation and balance in the organization. So at the parent level, we've got strong liquidity in the company's stock. We're current with all our SEC filings. As I mentioned, we've got existing revenues, positive stockholders' equity, and we've got a balanced growth strategy. So again, we don't want to pretend that we can do everything and that we're experts in all areas, but at the same time, we don't want to be dependent on one particular industry or business division. We're here for the long term, and we want to become pandemic proof and recession proof. So the core of our business is a majority interest in a company called Simpson Maxwell. That's an entity that's been around for decades, providing power solutions, primary and secondary power solutions for industrial and commercial clients for a long time. And that's what brings the majority of the existing revenue stream. But it's also an important element to drive future growth, not only to expand that business across North America, but the technical team, their skill sets being leveraged to assist us in commercializing some of the technologies in which we have an interest, including, for example, you'll see on this slide, we kind of give an overview of the existing portfolio in the company. So to the left here, you see Simpson Maxwell. And then we also have majority interest in the technology. Viking ozone technology is how we describe it. And it's intellectual property associated with a waste treatment system that uses ozone and designed to assist hospitals, other institutions process medical and other waste more cost effectively and provide a more sustainable solution to those organizations. So we invested in this technology like 2 years ago. And so we're beyond the R&D stage. We're in the commercialization stage. As publicly disclosed, we've received a couple of purchase orders. We've lined up distribution networks in the United Kingdom and in France, Switzerland, certain parts of Africa, and other jurisdictions. And so now in 2024, our objective is to deliver the first of it, deliver these systems. It's the first of this kind in the world. So, and incidentally, we're hosting a private showcase at one of our facilities in Western Canada next week, where we've got some of our distributors and prospective customers coming to see a unit live, do a demonstration. So it's an important event for our organization, and our team is busy preparing for that and looking forward to sharing some of the results following the showcase. The next technology in which we have an interest is what we call our broken conductor protection technology. And this is the solution that's been designed by a protection engineer that used to work at one of the North America's largest utility companies. And this system is designed to identify breaks in power lines and to de-energize the line within fractions of a second. And this is patented technology. We spent most of 2023 on taking steps to further strengthen the IP. And now we've engaged reputable organizations to introduce this more broadly to utility companies in North America. And we're optimistic that we'll be able to share successful commercialization results with the public this year. And then the final, and I'll go through some of these in a bit more detail through the slide, but right now our current portfolio also includes a license of a clean energy system developed by a company called ESG Clean Energy, which is located in a municipality just outside of Boston called Holyoke. And this group they've spent years developing this technology, and it's a system that's designed to make power generation more efficient and to capture the waste heat that's associated with generating power, and to utilize that waste heat to capture the water vapor and the carbon dioxide to make it, to reduce the carbon footprint and to make it a net zero operation. And so as they've publicly disclosed, they've reached some significant milestones with that technology over the last few months, and including, and I don't want to get too technical here, but their carbon capture technology has been around for a lot of years, but existing methods have proven to be very expensive, right? It takes a lot of energy to capture the CO2, and so it's so costly, it doesn't make sense in a lot of cases. But ESG's secret sauce is to remove the water molecules from the carbon dioxide to make the capturing the CO2 less energy intensive and thus more cost effective. And they've announced some breakthroughs on the water removal process in the last month or two, and they're expecting to finalize the last element, the final phase, and actually capturing the CO2 at their prototype facility that they've been building in Holyoke. So we're very anxious to for them to complete the final phase. And then our plan is we have exclusivity for all of Canada, which is a huge market, especially with the carbon tax that exists in this country, and that's only going to escalate for several years to come. So it's forcing industrial and commercial emitters to find solutions to reduce their carbon footprint so they can reduce their tax obligation. So we're very excited. We believe it's very timely, and look forward to sharing additional results from ESG on the final phase, and then we can launch our marketing efforts through Simpson Maxwell. That company that we mentioned before is a huge part of our growth strategy, and they have been around for decades, have existing relationships in the energy space, and so it's a great platform from which to market this technology later on this year. So yeah, Simpson Maxwell, as I mentioned, this is a main driver of our business right now. It's been around for decades, provides primary and secondary power solutions to industrial and commercial clients. They sell, among other things, engines from reputable manufacturers around the world. Plus, they provide custom design services, and provided a lot of different products, services, and solutions to companies all over Canada and other parts of the world. And our waste treatment system, as I mentioned before, this is a one-of-a-kind system. It's an alternative to existing methods such as autoclave systems, microwave systems, and this system is designed to be more cost-effective, more energy efficient, and more environmentally friendly than all of the alternatives. So we're getting ready to launch that this year in a more aggressive yet responsible way. The broken conductor protection system. I mean, as you know, wildfires are a huge problem in the United States and other parts of the world, and this system is designed to assist utility companies with improving grid resiliency and to assist with mitigating risk associated with incendiary events. So right now, a lot of existing technologies used by utilities as part of their safety plans, include systems that when, let's say, for example, a line breaks, falls to the ground, whether it's because of weather, accidents, or other reasons, once there's a spark, existing systems will identify the spark and shut down the power. But often that's too late, right? Because the spark already occurred. So, our system is designed to identify the break immediately and to de-energize the line before it hits the ground or equipment close by. So therefore avoid the spark. And so again, this is something that we've patented. We publicly disclosed some of the patents that we have. And right now we're introducing it to utilities to demonstrate that this is a solution that they can add to their existing fire safety plans. And I should note, yeah, as I mentioned before, the technology has been designed by a protection engineer that's a global authority on grid infrastructure, protection mechanisms to assist utility companies with overall grid stability. And so yeah, we're proud to have him as part of our team and a joint venture partner. And then finally, as I touched on, the ESG clean energy system is designed to produce energy more efficiently. So if you can envision gas-powered generators, whether 4 megawatt generators, 50 megawatt generators, 100 megawatt systems, this technology is designed to make the generation more efficient, to improve their efficiency by 10 to 15%, which is significant. And then again, to utilize the waste heat associated with the power generation to remove the water vapor, and you can use that to make this, commodities such as distilled water, diesel exhaust fluid, etc., to add a revenue stream associated with the power generation, and then to capture the carbon dioxide, which can be containerized and then sold, depending on the quantity, or stored, again, depending on the circumstance. So this is something that, like a lot of technologies, they've been working for many years, invested a lot of money in this. We invested in this license about 2.5 years ago, and been waiting for these guys to approve the entire concept. And as they publicly disclosed, they're very close to that. And we anticipate being able to share a bit more information in the next few weeks on their final phase, which again will serve as the catalyst to allow us to market that across Canada. And our license also includes multiple locations in the United States. And that's the high level overview. So again, strong platform at the top. We have a balanced growth plan. Each one of these divisions can be a standalone business on their own, but we believe on a combined basis, at least for now, just gives us a strength and optionality. And so we're looking, in addition to improving the existing divisions, we're also looking for creative acquisition opportunities in all areas. And again, we don't pretend to be experts in all things, but a balanced approach in our view is important to bring value to the stakeholders.
On that note, I'll pass it off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you think, and consider subscribing, because as Catalyst news hit the wire, of course, we'll bring it to you here. But on that note, as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.